Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel. So in our previous class, we talked about operating systems and also getting to understand Linux and the Linux file systems and how Linux came about. So in this class, we're going to look at basic and essential Linux commands that we're going to be using in this class and also that we're going to be using in day-to-day Linux administration as well. So having said that, I'm going to click on EC2 instance. If you don't see it on your dashboard here, search it on use this search bar to look for it. So I'm going to click here, EC2 instance. So I've already go ahead to provision an instance running. I showed us how to do that in our previous class. If you don't know how to do that, please go and watch that video. But I'm just going to show you the operating system I use for this class. So I'm going to go here and launch. You can give your instance a name. Then when it comes to this operating system, I chose Ubuntu. You understand? Then I left everything also by default. Always remember to use already existing key, or you can create a new key. Then for here as well, remember to you have SSH allowed, maybe to any or to your IP. Then once you are done, then you launch your instance. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to my dashboard here, then click on running instance to show you my running instance. So I have my running instance. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to get my IP, then go to the directory where I downloaded the pen key from. So I'm going to click here and copy my pen file. Then come here on my search bar, search on CMD, then open my command prompt, then change directory, then paste that part that I copy. I will be on that directory. Then to log into my device, I'm going to do SSH-I. I specify the PEM key, which is my app key. I'm going to use tab key to complete it. Then and they give space, then name of my EC2 of my default user, which is Ubuntu. Then go here come here, then copy, and come here and paste that. I'm going to hit enter to enter. So it's going to bring me to my first directory. So when you SSH to a device, to a Linux device, what your first directory. Note on in this class, in this lecture or in this course, I'm going to be interchanging directory and folder. They are the same. So your first directory is going to be the user's directory. I'm going to expand this. The user's directory. How did I know? If I print work directory, it's going to show me the path that I'm currently on. So currently I'm on Ubuntu, which is the user directory. You understand? Remember what I told you about home. Home directory holds the directory is for storing the users directory. So if I have Wendy here, if I have Chika here, they are all going to be under this home directory. Now, how did I know the user that is currently logged on to this system? Like, I don't know. For example, I don't know. I want to find out. I'm going to type who am I. It's going to show me you are Ubuntu. That user that is currently logged on. And also, if I want to know the list of users that have logged into this device, I don't know. I just want to find out. I'm going to type last, and it's going to show me these are all the users that have been logged into this device and their date and time. And it's going to show me, for example, this Ubuntu, and is still logged into this device. So, I want to get more info about this device. Let me know the host name of this device, like the host name of this instance or this or this server. If I type host name, it's going to show me the host name is IP 172-31-45-183. But that doesn't give me enough information. I want to get more information about this device. Let me say what kind of device is it. If I type uname, it's going to show me it's a Linux device. Oh, Linux device, but that's not give me enough information again. I want to know the architecture of this device, and what kind of Linux flavor is it. If I type uname and -a dash with an option -a, that -a means give me all all. If I hit enter, it's giving me more information. It's a Linux device. This is the host name. It's an Ubuntu operating system, and it's showing me the architecture of this device. The architecture simply means, is it maybe Intel based architecture, or is it ARM? That's kind of architecture that we're having in us. So if you are installing your package devices, you want to be, know the architecture of your device before you install it as well. So having said that, now we're on this device, and on this directory I'm currently on is empty. How did I know it's empty? If I type list, this which is ls command, it's going to show me nothing. So this my user home directory is empty. Let's stock it up with a folder. Let's create like 2 folders. Let me say I want to create a folder. I use the command make directory. I'm going to use folder. Let me name this one folder 1, and I'll bring up my previous command using the up arrow on my keyboard. I remove the 1 key and put 2, and this folder 2. Let me type the ls again, and you are seeing folder 1 and folder 2. So right now let's switch into folder 1 by using the command change directory. Of course, this one is already familiar. You have been seeing it on your Windows when you want to SSH. So folder 1, I'm going to folder 1, then enter. I'm going to switch to folder 1. So currently now I'm on folder 1. If I print work directory, it's going to show me the path that I'm currently on. Now folder 1 is empty also. Let's create a file. No, let's stock it up with a file. I'm going to do that using touch to create a file. So the command to create a file on the NOS is touch. I'm going to name it, let me name it test file. So test file, if I type list, it's going to show me I have a file now. I will have a file, but there is nothing on that. There is nothing in that file. It's empty. Now we are going to use an editor tool, a file editor tool, to edit this file that we just created. So one of the 2 most popular editor tools that we have on the NOS is Nano and the Vim. I'm going to show you the 2. I prefer Vim. So Vim, we have VI for old operating systems, or if the updated version of VI is Vim. So I'm going to use Vim because this system, I'm sure that it supports Vim. So I'm going to, but if you type Vim, if it doesn't support Vim, you use VI. I'm going to use Vim, then test file to log into this guy. So in Vim editor, you can't do anything in Vim. If you want to start inputting tests, you're going to type I on your system. Notice this insert icon has come in. Vim is a little bit advanced, and also secure to manage your test or your test files. So I'll start typing now. Let me just type let me just my screen a little bit. Let me type hello world. Hello world. This is a test file. Now, once you are done typing, you're going to exit from typing. You're going to type the escape key on your keyboard. Notice the insert key has disappeared. So having typed that, I'm going to use type shift on your computer and type colon. Shift on your computer, you use right to save this file. So let me say I want to still type something again on this. I can just use only right to save it. But if I want to write and exit from this file, I add Q on this guy. So I'm going to write and quit from this guy. So it already saved my file. So let me show you another text editor that we have, which is Nano. Let me use test file. So whichever one you prefer, you can use that. So Nano, I'm going to hit enter. It's still going to bring me the sentence I've typed. So Nano, you don't need to hit I to start typing. You can just start typing immediately. So I'm going to bring my cursor to the edge and hit enter and start typing. Yeah, this test file is edited by Nano. So I'm done. I'm going to save this. If I use Control O, I'm just going to save it. But if I use Control S, it's going to prompt me to save and exit. So I'm going to use, notice it, Control O is going to write that, it's going to save and still remain on this test file. But if I use Control X, it's going to exit. But before you exit, it's going to ask you, do you want to save? You're going to type Y and exit. I'm going to use Control S. It's going to ask you, do you want to save? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to type Y to save. I'm going to hit yes. Did you want to leave the name as default, that what is showing me? I'm going to say yes, and it's going to save it. So I've showed you how to use Vim. I've shown you how to use Nano to edit your test file. Now, how are we going to read the content on this file without opening the file at all? I'm going to use the command cat. Cat is going to show you the content of the file without you reading it. So I'm going to type test, and they're going to show me, oh, this is what is on that file. So another file editor that you can use, editor tool that you can use to read the content of that file without you editing it at all, is using the less command. Less, you're going to type the name of the file, which is test editor. Just going to show you this is a test file. You have read the test file, and you want to exit, you type Q on your keyboard to exit from that on that test file. Then let me say I don't want to open this file, but I just want to know, is there a particular I'm searching for a particular keyword. Is it on that file? Let me say, is there word on this file? But I don't want to open that file. Maybe there is a lot of text or a lot of jargons on. I just want to know, is there a keyword named Nano on this file? I'm going to use the keyword grep. Grep in Linux is used for searching on or filtering something. Let me just use the word filtering, you understand, on the test file. So I'm going to use grep. I'm going to search. The word I'm looking for is Nano. Then I'm going to search it on this test file, and it's going to show me, yeah, there is a keyword called Nano. But what if I use my up arrow, bring up the previous command? What if I type Nana and it's going to show me nothing? There's nothing like Nana on this test file. Now, we have been working on folder 1 all this while, and folder 2 is empty. We want to copy something from, let's copy this test file from folder 1 to folder 2. I'm going to use the command copy. You understand? I'm going to copy this test file to folder 2. Now, folder 2 is on my home directory. Remember, the path to that home directory is on home and the Ubuntu, and we'll have folder 2, right? I'm going to copy it there. So you also have option while copying this test file to this folder 2 to change the name to whatever you want. So if I type other name here, I mean the TST, is going to change it to TST as well. So having copied that, let's switch to folder 2. So I'm going to go back a directory backward by using cd -dot dot. It take me a directory 1, just backward once. I'm going to go back to my directory, type ls to see my 2 folders, then cd folder 2 to log in, to change to folder 2, then type ls again. I'm going to see that test file that I copied. Remember, the folder 2 was empty, but I copied it there. So if I do cat once more, test It's going to show me that folder, the contents that will have the same content on that folder as well. Now, let me say I don't want the name to be file test file again. I want to name it let me say my file. You understand? So I'm going to use the command move. Move is you can use move to cut something from that particular directory to another directory. That's, you want to cut out this thing from one folder and put it on another folder, so it's not going to replicate a copy. But you can also use move command to rename a particular file or a folder. So I'm going to use the move command in this context to rename this file. I'm going to type it test file, then I'm going to name it, let me say, my file. Then, so you can see that guy has been renamed to from test file to my file. So if I still do cat my file, we still have the same content on that guy. So we have, let me say, we want to remove this file. I'm going to use the command. I don't like this file again, this remove file, and I want to remove it. I'm going to use the command rm to remove file. So I'm going to use rm and type the name of the file which I want to remove, and it to be removed from this directory. Then the directory is empty once more. Then let me show you how you can remove a directory as well. If I type cd ... to go back one directory backward, and ls, and I have my directory 2, I want to remove my folder 2. I'm going to use rm as well to remove folder 2. Notice it's giving me an error. Can't remove this directory. That's you can't use rm to remove just a directory. I'm going to use rm dash r. So r you're going to use to remove directory and subdirectories on that folder. So that's what rm means. Dash r, using the option r. So rm dash r folder 2. I'm going to remove that directory and it's gone. We don't have folder 2 again. Then I want to show you one more other thing that we need to do. So this command that we have been typing, and I'm going to show you that we can even all these options I've been using, maybe rm dash r, something like that. You can find those other options like using rm. Like I don't know what to do, I'm going to type dash dash then help. Using the help command is going to show you what that command can do and some other sub command on it. So you can see dash dash r that I used initially is for what? Removing a directory and their content recursively. That's what it means. So I can also use dash m to remove an empty directory. You can also use dash v to for variables. You understand? Then version, no. I can also use dash f to force to remove this content. If there is any content that is proving stubborn to remove, I'm going to use dash force to remove it. So I can also use my man command. Man command stands for manual. You understand? To see more detail about this remove command, so I'm going to type man and remove. So man is going to show you what that command is. So you can say remove a file or a directory. That what this command is going to look like. It's going to is for. So it's going to show you similar, a more detailed information that the help command that we used. So if you keep scrolling down, it's a lot. You understand? You don't want to scroll down, but you can just go through it. If you don't, I want to do something with this command, but I'm looking for an additional option to use with this command. You can come to this man page, or you can use your help command. So to go out from here, you type your Q on your keyboard to quit from this man page. So having said that, let's like I said initially in the previous class, we have Linux, we have Ubuntu, we have Fedora, we have Mint. What makes these guys different from each other is the package manager. Now, the package manager is simply a command a for installing packages or application or services on the operating system. Now, the package manager for Ubuntu is called apt. You understand? So you're going to use the command apt to install a package or an application that you want to use on this server or on this computer. So I'm going to use apt install, and we are going to install a web server on this guy. The web server you're going to install is ngins. You understand? I'm going to hit enter. It's going to give me an error that I don't have permission to run to install this to install on this directory. You understand? Now, to install on this to use package manager is going to install on some directories that you don't have permission. It's going to install the service on some directories that you don't have permission to. You understand? So we have been working on only this home directory, but you can see another directory, val lib. Understand? Remember what I told you about val for holding your log files. You understand? So it's going to install some packages on some of all these guys on some other directories, and you don't have permission to modify content on that guy. The only person that have permission is the root user, the root directory. So for you to run this command, you're going to use a super administrative command. That's using the command sudo, that's super user do. You're going to use the command super user do sudo along with this command apt, then install ngins. Then you hit enter. It's going to do for that package manager and show you all the dependencies, additional packages that is going to come along with this guy. I'm going to tell you, are you okay with this thing? This is the amount of file this space is going to you're going to need to be install this guy. If you're okay with it, you hit yes. That's by typing Y on your computer and hit enter. It's going to install this guy for you. So once it's done installing, it's done. So we're going to use we're going to verify the status of this ngins web server that we installed, that if it's up and running. We're going to use the command system ctl. For some operating system or for some users, you might not have access to run this ctl command. You understand? But if it prompts you error, you're going to use the sudo super user do command along with it to run this command. I'm going to use system ctl, then status, then ngins to know if this guy is running. So you can see it's active and it's running. Another one again I can use to know if this guy is running is to check my processes. ps is for processes, and I'm going to use options aux to show all processes running on my computer. But this guy is going to print me a lot of processes. Let me show you. It's going to show me a lot, but I don't even know if ngins is here. So I'm going to filter it using, I'm going to break up this command. I'm going to filter it using pipe it by using shift. Then on your keyboard, you're going to see the pipe key just under your backspace keyboard, backspace key. So shift, then press that key under your backspace key. You understand? Then space, then you type grep, then you search for filter ngins. You understand? Then it's going to show you that ngins master process is running and is on. The daemon is on. The worker process is also running. So that's ngins. So for me to also verify it, I'm going to go to this my AWS EC2 instance page. Copy this my public IP. before you paste it on the browser, ensure that you allowed port 80 to any that is 0 on your security group. Click on security group, then allow port 80. If you don't know how to do that, you can click on this security group, then come to this edit, then come here, scroll down, add rule, search for HTTPS, then type it. It's going to show you port 80, then you use 0 any. You can see it any. Once you are done, you click save rule, but I'm not going to save that. I'm going to cancel out from that, and I'm going to go back to my previous page. Then I'm going to open a new tab. Going to open a new tab here. I'm going to type http dash column for column then // I'm going to paste that IP, public IP I copied, and hit enter. It's going to show me welcome to NGINX. Remember, I told you this is a web server. Web server is simply used for hosting web applications, So this is where you're going to run your. So if you have web application running on there and you host a static page here, instead of this welcome to NGINX to appear, your static page will come and appear as well. So I'm going to go back to my Linux, and I'm going to show you how we can uninstall this NGINX. Let me say we don't want it again. We can use the command sudo. Remember, we are going to alter some things that is not on our home directory. I'm going to use sudo, then app remove, then NGINX. Now, if I use this NGINX, you're just going to remove NGINX, but there are some other dependencies that installed with this NGINX. Remember, so it's not just going to totally remove this NGINX for me, So I'm going to use what they call auto remove on this guy. I'm going to type enter. It's going to show me, I'm going to remove everything with the dependencies with this guy. It's going to show me all the dependencies I want to remove. I'm going to say, are you okay with that? I'm going to type Y and say yes, I'm okay with that. And it's going to remove all the dependencies and the NGINX for me as well. So once it's done, we're going to verify if NGINX is running again using the systemctl, then status NGINX to know if it's running. So you're going to see that NGINX here is showing you active, inactive, and is dead. So if we go and if you refresh this page, it will show you nothing. It should show you nothing. Yeah, nothing is working again. It's going to show you that the site is not reachable again because NGINX is not running again on that server. So having said that, that will bring us to the end of this class. And don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and share my video. So you can also touch other people get to appreciate the video as well. Have any question, you can drop it on the comment section, and I will also review it and give you an answer. Thank you for watching my video, and see you in my next class. Thank you. Bye.